Good morning. A rare smoky vid. Isn't this great? Um, I have been so busy and so sick and so holiday-y that I have not made a video from the smoky, just yakking at you guys for a while now. I feel like I don't have my finger on the pulse of the YTPC. I just haven't checked in as much as I should have. I haven't watched anybody's videos, so this morning I made it a point to get up early and watch a video or two and make a ramble. And I watched Pottsville Piper's video on Samuel Gawith's Black Kindle, finest Kindle Twist Black Double X. You can usually tell how awesome a tobacco is by how many names it has. And I wanted to comment on his video because I recently tried my first bowl of the Double X at the river with Shovel and Shane. You can see that a couple videos back, and I said it tasted like wet newspaper and charred meat. Or I said wet newspaper, and someone else said charred meat, and I was like, oh yeah, that's there too. Currently, I'm smoking Briarworks back down south, courtesy of Gamecock Piper, and it's pretty peppery. That may be my sensitive palate after being sick. I like it. It's good stuff. This is just my first bowl, so I won't give a big long impression. Anyway, so James was doing this video on the Double X and talking about how his air purifier went nuts when he smoked it, with both strong smells and particulate matter. And I've been smoking this pipe. I smoked this pipe 3 times since I smoked the Double X, and I can still taste it. And this, for those of you just tuning in, this is a corncob pipe. And corncob pipes are typically pretty resistant to ghosting. They're still there. So I might need to rethink my opinions on this. James was talking about the ways in which he prepares it. I might mooch a little bit more from Shovel and Shane and prepare it in a better way and smoke it in a more relaxed environment. It's hard to really taste anything when you're at the river and the wind's in your face. So it's a steamy morning right now. It's currently, according to my super accurate $3 thermometer from Home Depot, it is like 48 degrees. Unseasonably warm. I'm okay with that for the moment. My work got a little busy in late December, of course, when all hell was breaking loose. Virus-wise and holiday-wise, I did get a couple of shoots. Normally everything falls off December 1st. It doesn't come back till like April. And you know, that's one of the things about being a photographer, is that nobody wants pictures in the winter. Which I kind of like, you know, I kind of like being really busy for most of the year, and then I get a season to hibernate and like do the back end work. It makes me feel like a farmer, you know, really in touch with nature, but just without the manual labor. Cool with that. But yeah, I got busy the last week of the year. I'm so glad to be in a new year. I keep a pretty strict, as you might imagine, file structure, directory tree for my files. And man, when I made the 2017 folder, I was just like, thank God. Yeah, I guess I'm glad I lived through 2016. But I wouldn't do it again. It was a year of just out of fuel. It was a year of running out of fuel in your Zippo. It was a year of crises on every level, you know, like national crises and personal crises. And I just it really felt, and I think I'm not the only one that feels this way. It really felt like some sort of cosmic, wrinkle in time thing where everybody was dealing with the same kind of stuff. At the very end, on the night after Christmas, a couple that has been together as long as my wife and I have been together, we've been friends with them for going on 20 years now, split up suddenly because of an affair. And maybe I'll ramble more about that in another video. But this is why Shovel and Shane and I were talking about what it means to be a man, because I feel like the male character in that relationship did not get some of the memos. So yeah, that was just kind of like, after everything else, this like really stable couple. It was a big part of our friend group. Now they're not a couple anymore. And what else happened? Yeah, I don't want to. Okay, well, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm already getting like depressed. DSG Pipe Smoker though did have a good point, which is that the YTPC grew in 2016. The YTPC, I think, probably because the world is such a terrible place in 2016. The YTPC gained a lot of people seeking solace. Oh, we just want to smoke our pipes and not watch the news for a minute. Anyway, glad to be back. Glad to have a normal workday morning in which it's like 9:30 and I'm smoking my pipe. That's not really a workday morning. I'm going to go do some work and I'm going to go take care of my kid, and he's still asleep. And, just glad not to be throwing up or going to visit extended family today. Good to be back. Thanks for watching. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.